Oh,
issues, regulatory issues related to their pending bankruptcy, related to their labor.
Get fucked, VShojo. Get ruined, losers.
Criminal activity as it relates to charity fraud. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here with VShojo, but we have a letter from an actual employee at VShojo. We're going to go today that was posted on LinkedIn. We've got the translated version, and this really exposes the inside mispractices, mismanagement. Leave a comment and a like on this video. Let me know, hey, I like this, and here are my thoughts on the VShojo issue. Here we go. Here's your letter from Alex Kiyoshi. Now, this was originally posted in Japanese on LinkedIn. However, this is the translated version in English. I did several translations and looked at folks that were pretty skilled. I think this one is good enough. Obviously, understand that with anything that's translated anywhere into andor of it, speak challenging situation involving mismanagement from upper management, which only came to light.
So now that all the people have jumped ship, now it's going to be the captains and the deck boys that are going to be pointing fingers and saying names. Here we go.
Before its closure, it's now been officially announced that VShojo has ceased operations. I want to stop there because
I'm
not always going to agree with Alex here. So I think that what he's saying when he says that the mismanagement from upper management was only came to light just now, that is not entirely correct. I think there were people speaking out about this a year or 2 years ago. Now, they couldn't say everything. They were under threat of lawsuits. They had NDAs, etc.
Hey, those fucking NDAs are disgusting. They really are. I think that they should make NDAs illegal at this point because these companies have no reason to push an NDA unless they're doing something slimy. And that seems to be the go-to for all these companies nowadays, are these fucking NDAs, dude. They push these NDAs like they're just cakes, bro.
And their moms have NDAs. So I know while these things may be new news for certain people, and maybe to a certain extent, this individual didn't know the full scope until the last couple months. It's now very clear, and to certain people, particularly the upper management, amongst the upper management, they knew this was going on.
It always comes from the top down.
2 years, 3
years.
It
always comes from the top down. Anytime something changes, like even at a Walmart or a CVS, it's always from the top down. Don't let these people say otherwise. It's always from the top down. Now you've got lower management blaming upper management. We already knew it was upper management. I don't think that's going to solve anything.
Major issues. So there's a lot of culpability at the top, not just with the gun run.
Now, you know they got to have their copium.
But certainly, including the gun run, they knew this was going on for a long time, and they decided to push forward despite.
And then they can get fucked just like upper management. That's my view of it. If they want to sit there and continue to allow this and look at the damage that it's doing to everything and what's going to happen, why did you stay? Why didn't you leave? You're a fucking piece of shit if you stayed and allowed this to happen. If you are the lower management, the buck should stop with you because you're in the position to be like, hey, this is a fucking problem. And if you don't want to do it, take the fall with VShojo. You deserve to get sued just like everybody else.
Major issues and the inability to really turn to a.
I'm so sick of seeing these fucking asshole supervisors that are like clearly just as much a problem as the rest of the company, but they're choosing instead to blame upper management instead of going and taking their concerns to upper management the way they should. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the fucking problem. It's so fucking irritating.
Business. They really had no business being in business because they had no path to profitability that was realistic. So taking this opportunity. So he's saying it has now been announced that VShojo has ceased operations. So that is true. Now, of course, they're going to need an official bankruptcy. They're going to need official filings. They're going to have a new criminal investigation. So this Alex Kiyoshi fellow, he's not out of the woods. He can be investigated. There's criminal stuff that may come down, regulatory stuff, labor stuff. So he's not out of the woods. Disliked by some talents at the time. In reality, my role was to address the root of that issue. And I was the one who led the effort to remove Omega. When I joined Cover, my primary mission was to identify and resolve issues within the overseas team. I collaborated.
The American team. They're trying to blame all this on the American branch. Brother, this has been going on for years. You can't blame the American branch for the fact that your company was a shit show VShojo is completely
generated.
fucked. Get what you fucking deserve. You're a bunch of losers. And as far as I'm concerned, I hope that all of you rot in jail. This is crazy. The fact that we have more of these fucking supervisors from VShojo pointing fingers at upper supervisors just shows how fucking stupid this entire situation is. You have got to be kidding me with this. Do they really think that by publishing this that we're going to have any sympathy for these idiots? No. I hope they get checked and investigated just like everybody else.
Remember, this is an internal distinction.
What's your fucking concerns, bro? What a malicious fucking company. The fucking scumbags, man. Fuck that. Fuck VShojo.